can back up a little bit so you can see the, oh, is it working?
Yeah.
So we tried it. We went out early to get ready to make sure that we'd have a feed, and it didn't work. We thought we could do it. We thought we had it figured out, and it didn't work. So, you know what? I've given you a lot of rotations lately, and we're gonna have some more. Just did some today with Zoe, pro member from Illinois, came out. She has almost 90 hours in R22, has a private, working on a commercial. First time in an R44. We did autos, we filmed it. We have autos from our commercial check ride preparation earlier this week with Todd. So we have a bunch of autos. This wasn't a ploy. We really thought we were gonna be able to go live. So we tried it, and we'll have more auto videos coming because we've been doing them with students. I also want to do some with, go with myself or with one of our camera people. You got Dylan now behind the camera. Occasionally have Lindsay behind the camera. We got Heather, sometimes we got Gloria helping too. So for the last week and a half, we have recorded a ton, and I mean ton, of video. We have so much stuff that get edited up to share with YouTube, and we've also been shooting a bunch of stuff for the hog site that we haven't edited up yet. Cool having the staff to do all this. What we're running into is now we've got tons and tons of footage to edit, and the people keep coming. The R44's taking off. We're booking people exactly how everybody told me it would. You know how we doubt ourselves, right? And from my past with aircraft, I'm like, oh my God, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? But everyone's going, oh man, you get an R44, it's gonna go good. People are gonna fly it. And we'll go over here, Dylan. They are wanting to fly it. We proved this week that with the final approach course, we moved everything. We cleaned the whole hangar. We moved a couple couches over here. Dylan ran out and got us a table to put between the two couches. So once Todd was here, it's like, okay, we got a nice place to sit, do ground school, fill out log books. We have the helicopter parked right here where Dylan's standing. Over here, we've got our time sheets, our flight logs, oil, paper towels, kitty litter for the oil, shelving over here, maintenance area over here. We've had the maintenance guys in and out several times. They can pull right up to the door, right in. There's the helicopter, boom. There's workbenches for them. They can go right in and out with their tools. And what Todd loved was, boom, you get everything we need is right here. And then we got the hog's bathroom and the shower and the food, and we got the charcoal grill, and we got the George Foreman, and we got the air fryer and the refrigerator and the microwave. Cooking food every day. And then our fuel truck guys, they dispatch like fire and EMS. I've got to the point where I can call them when I'm ready to push the helicopter out, open the door, and by the time I'm pushing the door out, the fuel truck's here. And then we jump in and point the camera this way, Dylan. Unlike a lot of places, we push it outside, we fuel it up, and guess what? Get out away from the hangar, get away from that garage door laying there. Boom, we're hovering, hover work. I call them the taxiways to nowhere. There's a taxiway over there, there's nothing on it, just a taxiway. So we got a good place to go do hovering turns, pickups, set downs, slopes, all that stuff. And then boom, right into the pattern. There is no talking to the tower, there is no leaving this because it's too busy to go to another airport. We do have traffic here, but we got two intersecting runways. We can always use the grass or a parallel taxiway. And Todd was amazed. He's like, oh my God, you don't have to talk to nobody. You don't have to do anything. And I'm like, no, it's come in pre-flight, do what we got to do, get in the helicopter and go fly. And we fly as many times as we needed. And with Todd, catered experience. He shows up from Florida, boom, boom, boom. And we've got 2 more scheduled. It's a freaking exciting deal. And we want to talk about our all-day special. We're running a special where you can go with the Pro Pilot membership, and we're doing 2 hours with me in the Robinson. So this is a full day. You come to the Hogs hangar, We'll meet and greet, talk, hang out, discuss what you want to do in the aircraft, pre-flight, push it out, go fly, come back, debrief, sign logbooks, lunch on the grill, goof off for an hour. After lunch, push it back out because we usually bring it in to keep the helicopter cool, keep the cameras cool. So we bring it in so the aircraft stays nice and cool. It's easy in and out. I mean, we got the easy wheels. Zoe was here today. She's like, oh my God, you got the easy wheels? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, those are awesome. I go, I know. Glad I picked the easy wheels. Thing goes in and out like a breeze. No problem. And we go fly the second time. And then when you come back, we debrief, sign the logbooks. Pretty quickly, that turns into a 7-hour day. Because I want to mention this. You know, first school I worked at that was super, super busy, they did it 2-hour increments, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6. And then the other instructors agreed with me, it's not enough. You can't do an effective lesson with someone when you come in at 2 and you only have a 2-hour slot to brief that person, pre-flight, get fuel, do a proper hour lesson, get done, sign logbooks, debrief. The instructor doesn't even have time to hardly go to the bathroom or get a drink, and the other person stand there waiting to go. You can't do an effective lesson in 2 hours. I don't think for a proper post and pre-flight briefings, talking about what you're doing, debriefing. So a 3-hour block, get ready to go fly, hour lunch break, 3 hours in the afternoon. So that's with pro pilots. So you get private pilot, commercial pilot, instrument pilot, CFI, 2 hours a day here with us at the Hogs Hangar. We've proved is becoming a cool experience that people want. And we can, while you're here, we can talk about do some ground if you're struggling, or career advice, those kinds of things. And you know what? I'll throw you on the YouTube channel. If you take us up this weekend before Monday night on a Pro Pilot Special, you're trying to get your jump start in the career, you're finishing things up, we'll highlight your day here, put you on the YouTube channel with a cool video. We now have, how many cameras are we running out, Dylan? Total.
Probably 10 at least right now.
We probably have 10 different cameras running throughout the day, catching new angles, different shots, nose, skid, around the hangar, a couple of people following us around with cameras to catch those cool moments of training. Like we caught the other day with Todd, getting ready, the time it takes to get ready for a check ride, covering everything, going through the PTS, going through the 8710 with the logbooks, filling all that stuff out right. It's an incredible amount of time. And for the first time, we've caught that now in real time, in real world scenario. Pro member comes from out of state. We'd already been doing Zooms. It's super effective. And we'll have a really cool video coming out. Dylan, the guy running the camera, says June 16th. I'm chomping at the bit. Are we still live?
Yeah,
I'm chomping at the bit to put out this video on the first FAC, but I can't reveal anything. You just have to wait and see. I'm helping a little bit, but Dylan's now the super editor. So we're promising you a video like you've never seen before, with footage you've never seen before, in a style you've never seen before. That's coming up June 16th. We got the Zoe video that was here today. That's gonna be coming out, and that's cool because it's how is it for a person who's been in the R22, first time in the R44. So we captured that in real time. She legitimately wanted to start getting some R44 time, never been in one. So I captured all that stuff that you would ask if you've been flying R22 and you're ready to make the transition to R44. She did wonderful. It was a great flight. She had a great attitude, and she did really, really well. I can tell whoever's trained her has done a really good job, and she did a superb job in the R44. And so we've captured that for you. And then we captured an introductory flight with my buddy Brett. He wanted to just go for a ride, and I go, I'll tell you what, I'll take you up for free if you let me film it and show it as an intro flight. We have that, we're editing it for you. That will be up, when's that gonna be up?
Next Friday.
Next Friday, so 6 days away. We'll have the Brett video coming out, a week later, the Todd video. So some new cool content that you've never seen before. We're trying really hard to just, you know, I got tired of Kenny standing at the one camera with the hogs wall in the background, blah, 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 blah. God, that gets old, right? We all get tired of that. So we're sprucing it up, giving you different shots, giving you some real world stuff, showing you cool things. And of course, the new star of the show is R44. So for a while, we've said it's the Hogs wall, it's the no-go button, it's the ground. You know, it's the Hogs hangar. Now it's the Hogs R44. And we got the Hogs cart now too. We got decals being made. Hogs film crew. So when these kids are out running around filming me when we're doing stuff, they know it's the Hogs film crew on that golf cart, aggravating the airplanes when they're in the way on the taxiway. No, I'm just kidding. We stay out of the way of everybody. We don't cause any problems. So the Pro Pilot Special that ends Memorial Day night, midnight, Memorial Day, unlimited membership. And did I say I'm throwing the study guide too? So hour Zoom with me before you get here. 2 hours in the R44, all day here. Lunch on the grill. You can have burgers, chicken, hot dogs, or fish. Dylan's had my cooking. And a lot of you have seen it, and you already know how good it is because you've seen us tease the burgers and going, ooh, and everybody's like, God, I want to come just for the food. It's a truly amazing experience here. And we have 3 spots available on the Pro Pilot with the 2 hours with me, and that's it. That offer goes away. We're not doing that because we got to have limited time on everything. This is the way it works. And because the schedule is filling up, we're right now, just today, before we went in the helicopter, Dylan was waiting on me. I was Zooming with another student from Florida who is now made the decision. He's coming. He has his week picked in June, and we got to get together with him and his family and get everything arranged. And I got to check with the examiner for the week he wants in June. So that means June, FAC guy, gone. August, FAC, gone. We have one available for July because hands down, I'm not overbooking. And let me tell you, something happened last night. This is super important. I almost went live last night. I knew Zoe was coming today and she was possibly bringing somebody else with her. And they were gonna wanna fly a ton for 3 days. And I just came up with the idea in the planning for the R44. I'm like, you know what? In the past, I did like most operators. You take it in for oil changes, scheduled maintenance, annuals, 100 hours. Other than that, you just fly it, right? And you fly it until it breaks. And then you're like, oh hell, I gotta call the mechanic, gotta order parts. And when I got hooked up last fall with Madisonville Community College in Kentucky, my contact down there that runs that program has been doing helicopter maintenance for 40 years. And he was the head man at one of the largest flight schools ever in the United States, managed that for many years. He has 500,000 hours oversight of R44 helicopters. In our discussions, he's like, you know, we can get you an R44, Kenny, whenever you decide you're ready. And we talked about, you know, I'll call it progressive maintenance, but I don't know really the proper term. But he was talking about how, you know, if you spend the money to pay mechanics to come out and look at your aircraft, even when there's nothing wrong with it, to be on a consistent basis, having them checked, there's a lot of benefit to that. For example, if a mechanic's looking at it every single week, he goes, hey, you know what, this pitch link is still within tolerance, but we know it's on its way, right? Let's get a pitch link ordered. You put it on the part shelf, and then when it gets to the tolerance where it needs to be changed, boom, part swap, and you're back in business. And I put a lot of thought in that since last fall when I was talking to Todd. So my plan this whole fall, spring, winter, does that make sense? From last fall till now, I'm like, if I get another helicopter, this time I'm gonna do that. So I reached out to some guys. I have 2 guys that are helicopter mechanics, and they're working on the big stuff. They're working on the multi-million-dollar helicopters. They're working on EMS aircraft, and they came out. One came out 2 nights ago, looked the helicopter over, you know, hey, yeah, good helicopter. Hey, I got a backup guy I want to use one. I'm not available. So they show up last night. I'm getting ready for a big week of flying and 25 hours on the helicopter. And I'm super, super happy with it. And I did dig around this thing when I got back. I did my video, Yoda time with the helicopter. I spent a lot of time just going over that thing because it had, when I got home, it had 11 or 12 hours on it. It had 6 hours on it for testing and maintenance. Fly at 5 hours home. The next day I spent the whole entire day looking over the helicopter, pre-flighting, looking through the POH, getting to know the aircraft. I've never found anything. Todd was helping me pre-flight. He's been crawling all over it. Mechanic 1 looked around, thought everything was good. Last night, they stopped by, and with knowing a big day today, and I'm at my computer and I hear, ka-kunk, 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 ka-kunk. And I'm like, I hear one mechanic say to the other one, I hate to say it this way, but you know, we all like to joke. He's like, oh, this alternator's about ready to pop out of the helicopter. And I'm like, I heard it. And I just sat there, and the other mechanic's like, are you kidding? And he goes, no, dude, there's a nut missing down here, and this bolt's working its way out. So I go, hey, Kenny, come over here. Look at this. Well, things can happen with a brand new helicopter. I've picked him up at the factory and got back home and had a problem with a brand new helicopter. I've seen that happen. So I'm super pleased with this helicopter. Flies nice, examiner fluid. He's like, nice aircraft, and he barely ever gives that type of comment about an aircraft. And so making the choice to spend the money to have somebody come in every week, what they charged me compared to the amount of damage that would have been done if that wouldn't have been caught and things would have got tore up. You know, God knows all kinds of crazy things can happen when parts come loose. So I went home last night extremely excited, going, that is the ticket. Pay the money and having somebody look at your aircraft even when there's nothing wrong, or even when you think there's nothing wrong. Looking inside, peeking, looking at the exhaust, are there any leaks? Looking for anything and everything that could eventually become a problem is now the only way for me. As long as we have an aircraft, if it gets to the point I can't afford to do that, then I won't have an aircraft anymore. Either this is the way we do it. It flies once a week. The mechanics are here. Whether it flies 1 hour or 12 hours, they're gonna be here taking a look at that thing. And I think it's worth every single penny spent. So that's a little bit of what's been going on for a week and a half. It's freaking crazy. And one more story. It's holiday weekend. As we're getting ready the other day for our member to show up, the whole crew's here helping me clean, move stuff around. We're getting all ready to go. And I was back there messing around with the rolling cabinet with our stuff in it. Maintenance log books, the whole deal. And I go, all of a sudden in a moment I went, you know what? This is kind of what I've always wanted. I finally now have what I've always wanted. I'm like in the highlight of my career. I have my own hangar, everything nice and neat and organized, everything right here, push it outside easily, fuel truck that comes in a flash, Class G airport, we can go right to the pattern, Class Delta and Class Charlie to the north if we need them. Otherwise, we can just go out and fly. And that's what the people are digging when they come here, is they're not fighting the schedule with wherever they're at, because flight schools are short instructors, we know this. People have a lot of trouble with maintenance and keeping them in the air. So what we're doing is packages. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. You come, we tailor that time to you. You get to come and you get to fly, fly, fly. In between those times, mechanics are coming in. We need something done. We take care of it in those breaks. We're not doing 7 days a week. It's flying Billy, Bob, Marion. There's overspeeds and this happens and nobody tells anybody about it because you got a bunch of different people flying it and God knows what happens when they're soloing. It's an aircraft under my control that I chose and I picked, and I'm doing it the way I want it. And so we can help you out. Need to finish rating? Hogs is your deal. R44. We got the examiner, same examiner I've been using for 22 years. Got the facility, got the maintenance, got the examiner. Bathroom and shower, couches for nap time. What more can I tell you? So we'll put down below, I'll put a link below for the Pro Pilot. And Heather has a private pilot special. I think we decided today we're gonna knock out a year private pilot for like $397. That's cheap. I don't even know what % off that is. Compared to a monthly subscription, if you pay that all year, the month or the yearly is freaking deal. I'll put a link down below for the website. You can check out all the courses. You can call or text Heather at 574-767-1797. And we're gonna do a peace out and go see if this video came out, because I have no idea. Dylan's holding the GoPro, going to the phone, through the Wi-Fi, whatever. So we're gonna go check it out. Hopefully somebody's there. So